Alrighty, so here's my rally car for sale, my 95 WRX. It's got the EJ20G engine in here. Now the biggest thing I want to get out of the way for any potential buyers is that it's probably not going to be easy to see on the video here, but this front passenger frame rail is a little bit bent out just in this frontwards portion. It's not horrible or anything. It was like that when I purchased the car. It drives perfectly straight. Yeah, so that's kind of the big thing. I think maybe the second biggest thing is going to be I did put it through a tree a few years ago during a test day like a chump. So we got a new rad support put on here, but everything fits pretty good. Replaced. Oh, we got a nice big USDM crash bar in there for next time. You know what I mean? Those Japanese ones, they fold like a house of cards, I guess. Donation bumper from a friend after I hit said tree. I've actually got a much nicer looking one from an Outback Sport I can throw in with the deal there. You got your identifies as silver panel here. I also have a new used silver fender that I can throw in here. Get that looking a little bit better. So your front suspension there, a little bit dirty, but just your adjustable damper AGX struts on some raised king springs. That gives you like a little lift, maybe an inch and a half, something like that. And then back here, because I blew up the rear AGXs, I've just got like the Excel Gs on the king springs, so pretty basic. Suspension setup. Sorry, the lighting isn't beautiful. But inside the car, pretty basic. Could be worse, could be better. A little bit of crusties forming down here, just by that, but it's mostly surface. Something you'll want to get touched up probably. Bondo, got some Bondo in the quarter there. Smooth like a baby's butt, right? No, but heck of a lot better looking than it was. With this car we feature, I think we've got 4 or 5 different shades of rattle can silver with some OEM mixed in, you know, keep it classy. You got your Jeep hood tie downs here for your trunk, so that's super handy. What else can I tell you about this thing? Yeah, the guy who took the roof off to fix the 360 welds on the cage did not do a magnificent job at lining this up. So I like to say she's not completely seaworthy. You can see I've thrown just like a ton of silicone in there just to kind of band-aid that problem. But yeah, she's stored indoors. If you're going to store her outside, probably something you'll want to get addressed. Speaking of storing it outside, while this is normally stored right here in this garage, unfortunately she did get caught up in a hailstorm in August, so kind of hard to see, but definitely pockmarked the hood pretty good. Roof got a tiny bit, but everything else looks pretty alright. If that's a deal breaker for you. This is an aluminum hood, but I do have like a steel Outback Sport hood in better condition if you'd prefer that. Another thing, and I'll tell you this, I've been doing like a ton of work at going through the wiring in this car and just like making sure things are secure and unfucking a lot of the wiring that's been fucked with. One thing I really haven't had a chance to get to was the coil pack conversion. I think there's a newer age coil pack conversion. Like the wiring job, like it runs, it doesn't misfire. It's held up for a couple of test days. But yeah, that's something I do want to get around to. But yeah, otherwise she runs pretty darn good. I think I've got a TD04 on there right now. We can throw in a TD05. I've got a 34 millimeter restrictor. I think that can go with the TD05. Coming back in the car, seats, these expired in 2002. We got one Sparco Evo 2, and then the passenger side there is just your basic Sprint. These OMP harnesses have been used for like 1 test day, maybe 2 test days. But yeah, they're good for quite a while. 2028. So, yeah, we got working on my switch panel here lately here. So a couple things wired up. You got like an auxiliary power block that actually just sits behind this unit. So anything you want to tap into, like your comms or what have you, there's a really nice fuse block there to do that. Blower, yes. No heat in this car. We have a blower. It blows full speed. Oh, I'm gonna have to get the battery going and started here first, but and I suppose take the kill switch off. But yeah, no heat in this car right now. It'll defog it. We got it basically set pointing full time at the defrost, so that's what we use that for. Pretty basic. We got power windows right now on both sides, and it's kind of funny. Yeah, that's my window switch. Nice, eh? You can see the last owner of this car actually started like the left-hand drive conversion and moving some stuff over, but never actually finished it. So that exists there. I'm not too sure. Oh yeah, you get your basic TerraTrip there for your intercom as well. Professional mounting. Maybe just switching gears back to the wire work for a second. This is just a little example, and you can see where I've gone through this interior harness that runs all the way to the back in the trunk here. I've marked out anywhere that there was a splice or a repair, made sure that was sturdy. Like I went pretty painstakingly through all of the previous repairs, made sure they were either solid or redid them, and tightened everything up in some nice harness tape here. So hopefully that should last for a while. Just hanging out here, we just got like some rear window type power stuff that I haven't quite addressed yet. But yeah, and then you know, if you go back through, if you get behind the dashboard there, you'll also see where I've done like a lot of the wiring repair, and just tightened everything up with the harness tape and what have you. So all right, why don't I see if I can get this thing started. It hasn't been started since last year. I'm sure the battery is absolutely dead, so we've got a booster pack there. Let me find my keys. Let's jump in. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to prime that a couple times. All right, let's see if we can get her to start. Oh, she wants to. It is a little cold here today, too. Ooh. Oh, we're so close. All right, I think this next one's going to be the winner. My battery pack's bitching at me, but let's see if we can get her. Oh, baby. Give me a little grief today. So the thing is probably just like the battery is dead, but let's see if we can get her to go. There we go.